Welcome to Gloria's Gab Live. I am delighted to have with me as my guest today, Nicolas Eterovic. Nicolas, thank you for coming today.
Thanks,
Nicolas
Gloria.
is involved in a lot of great things in the community, but he's president of the Rotary Club of Coral Gables. And actually, you were a guest when you were the immediate or the incoming president. So
Right,
this is
that's
his
right.
second appearance.
Yeah.
So you know the ropes now. Before we start with our interview, we're going to talk about the Alzheimer's Foundation, all kind of stuff that we have coming up. But I want to thank our sponsor, South Florida PBS. South Florida PBS is amazing, as everybody knows. They have great programming, and they have a health channel. It's called, and if you go to allhealthtv.com. You can hear a lot of great doctors talking on several topics, and while they're doing it, you can write. Type in questions and get some answers to your questions free of charge. So pretty good deal. I don't know if you've ever seen that, but it's
Huh.
a good. I've checked it out a couple of times, and I'm just fascinated. Even though I don't, even if I'm not I don't care about the topic or I don't have an issue, I always find information that I just find fascinating. So anyway, thank you, South Florida PBS, for sponsoring us and for all the great programming that you provide for us. So, Nicolas, you've just finished your first several months as president of the Rotary Club of Coral Gables, and you're dealing with Zoom meetings still, but we are meeting in person, so
Yeah,
that's good.
that's right.
Yeah, we get to meet in person. Tell us about where we meet.
Yeah, we're meeting at the Hyatt Regency at Coral Gables the second and fourth Thursday of the month
Yeah,
in person. We've had it's we've had some good showing, and overall it's going good.
and
So either the presenters are coming, either to the hotel or Zoom. But in Zoom, as wonderful it still is, and the meetings and everything, you don't get the same thing as when you're meeting in person, right?
yeah. And our last guest was David Lawrence, and that was a fascinating show, wasn't it? I
Fascinating.
need to get him
Fascinating.
on. I got to talk to him. And it's so funny that we're you and I are going to be talking about the
Oh yeah,
Alzheimer's.
Alzheimer's.
Association, and they have a walk coming up on November 20th at Tropical Park. But
Yeah, it's actually the first time we're doing a tropical park. We
yeah,
used to do it there
downtown,
in
Bayside.
downtown.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Actually, the first time I ever did it, he's the one that got us involved in. My Coral Gables Women's Club is now involved. You're the first one that got us involved. Our Rotarians
Rotary.
went with you to a walk, and it was at Bayside.
That was awesome. Yeah,
It's
we had a good turnout too.
it's a fun event. There's
Yeah.
a lot of stuff going on. It's not, and I still have. You're not gonna believe it. In front of my house, I still have the pinwheels. They give out pinwheels.
Yeah, like the
different
little
colors.
flowers. Yeah,
The flowers.
because each flower also represents, whether you've lost someone, whether you know someone that or
Yeah, so I have a purple flower, and I put it out in front of my house, and I go, that looks so darn cute. I'm just going to leave it there. So I think
my
about
mom loves them too.
really, yeah, and we got stuff already. We got we're getting ready for it.
So no, and the nice thing too is that obviously we're trying to fundraise and everything, but you don't have to contribute. I mean, just if you want to just walk, I mean, it's just the opportunity to like really commemorate either someone that you've lost or someone that that's living with Alzheimer's.
Yeah, and it's interesting because you're there with a lot of people that have been affected, and if you are, like the past president of our Rotary Club, his father has Alzheimer's, and I'm sure there are others. And there are so many great resources.
And David Lawrence, he was he's one of the main fundraisers in Miami.
He's a top
actually
fundraiser
in the country, but definitely in Miami. Over 200,000, yeah.
$212,000 he had already raised by himself. And then he told me, "Oh, I've got to start working on Give Miami Day, which is coming up." So he's quite a good person and super generous, and but he tells the story of his wife's journey with Alzheimer's, and it was very touching. And
Yeah.
I do need to have him come on. That was such a lovely presentation. Um, so this one is in November 20th, and after that we have uh, for our Rotary Club.
Right.
Uh, we're dealing with our postponed chili cook-off, and we hope it's going to be in February. We just haven't set a date yet, but we have to do that. And well,
Yeah, we were gonna have it in Halloween this year,
I
after all those
know,
postponing and all that. But
yeah, I'm so disappointed too because I was so looking forward to it. We had already figured out what we were going to wear and what we are going to do, but the Coral Gables Women's Club will have their Halloween party, which is a fundraiser, on the night before. So if you had already planned on coming and wearing a costume, you can come to that instead.
and those are fun too. You guys put a really good
Those
show.
are that actually that's probably the best deal in town for a Halloween party. And I think we've got our catering, Rita Tennyson catering it. So I think it's
Oh,
like
Rita's gonna. Yeah,
seven.
nice.
Yeah, so it's like $75, and you get wine and beer and whatever. And if you're non-drinker, you can come for $60.
Yeah, what day is that now?
It's on the 30th, the
It's
day
on the 30th.
before. It was going to be the day before and we were to take all the stuff that we had from decorating our clubhouse over to decorate our booth.
Right.
So now we're going to have to come up with another idea. Maybe we'll be Halloween anyway.
In February. Halloween in February.
Whoops, it's not Halloween. Yeah. So our Rotary Club has been involved in a lot of great stuff. Some of the things that we've supported for Haiti.
Yeah. Did you tell viewers about the goat?
The Goat Project. Well, I think you know who I think told them about it. We did. Coral Gables Women's Club does, as everybody knows who's ever seen this show. We do a Gringo Bingo once a month, and one of them was we were going to support Rotary's international committee that was doing a goat project in Haiti. And that was Stephen Bradley, the owner of Clutchburger, who hosts our event, was so enamored with this project that he talked about it on the show a lot. Yeah, it's his favorite project. Well, they're giving goats to families, and then the goats are
reproducing.
Yeah. And from what Enrica tells me, Enrica Manis, who is with EcoWorks and also Rotarian and a member of the Coral Gables Women's Club, goes to Haiti, and she's involved in these projects, in person. And it takes her to get to those things. It takes her sometimes a day of traveling to get to these remote villages. And anyway, they're giving them goats, and goats are like a bank account for them. And then when they reproduce, they share the goats with another family. So the idea is that everybody has goats, and that's something that can sustain them. And then they're having a celebration or a wedding or whatever they've got.
Yeah. With the Rotary Club, we helped sponsor that first goat. I think I don't know if we would put 1,000 or 2,000.
Yeah. Well, I think we did it, and we made.
And now they had the first reproduction of goats.
Exactly. Yeah. So that's
but it's a really neat project. Yeah.
Yeah. It's something that you're not just giving money and you don't see where it goes.
Yeah, exactly.
So now after the earthquake, we did a second Gringo Bingo, and again we gave the money to the International Committee because Rotary has so many great connections. And when we, but I think this time we went through EcoWorks and Shelter Box. And we know those are such great organizations, and to provide shelter and also, EcoWorks hand-on stuff that they're doing.
Yeah.
And speaking of which, I was telling you, I just had Claudia Coupe on, and we were talking about another fashion show that's happening coming up soon. But they're such a need in Haiti, and they never got over. The earthquakes, they just, it seems like they just get hit,
I know,
one thing after another.
Yeah, they don't end one and they start another one.
Kind of like everybody this past 2 years.
Yeah.
20 and 21 have not been.
I'll tell you
awesome.
Something interesting. The last Monday, I think it was last Monday or Tuesday, a couple of us, Sally, Jolie, and Rutherford, we went to Liberty City, out of all places.
Yeah.
And we met with Willard Fair.
Oh yeah.
and they have a project there. It's the One Dorsey, which is like a technical college, right?
Right.
It's I don't know if it's still if it functions also as a school, but we're wanting to get involved in that, because we do so much great projects, international and everything. We want to do something in our backyard as well.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So
Well, and
we're
that,
already starting to come up with ideas and brainstorm. And one idea is we can adopt the school.
right.
Another idea, which we need sponsors for that too, is a lot of these kids, kids need to be rewarded somehow,
Yeah.
right? So
Yeah.
a Miami Heat game is a reward.
Oh, big time. Yeah.
Maybe the kid and his family go to the, if they score really well in school, right? There's also and then we're also working with a community, and maybe even with folks within Rotary that own businesses, right? Because they have like a second chance program. If someone has maybe some misdemeanors or felonies, but not the
Not heavy duty.
yeah, not heavy duty,
Yeah,
right?
right.
But
Yeah.
just trying to give a second chance. And there are some brands out there that are doing
Great
that
stuff.
that are
Yeah.
hiring these people, and
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
so it's just a way to kind of reintegrate them also into society. And
Yeah. That's nice. Well, we're also speaking of that. We also have what do they call it? A satellite club that Enrique's involved in the Little Haiti, or where is
yeah,
it?
no,
Is it-
Overtown.
Overtown. Yeah. So that's kind of exciting that we're going to have a Rotary Club. Ultimately, they're a satellite
Yeah,
club
we had
now, but they
Michael
could.
Anderson that came to speak. Remember, from Overtown?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So
He
that's
does stuff
exciting.
with, I think, with PBS. Yeah.
Yeah. So lots of good stuff happening in Rotary, and then who's our speaker this week? Do you remember? We have great speakers and
Got
visiting.
me on that one.
Yeah, but you know what? For Rotarians out there that are looking for makeups, doing a makeup on Zoom is great. But if you want to come in person, you actually have to RSVP, because now we have a menu and you have to select ahead of time what you want to eat.
Yeah. Actually,
and
the food has
it's-
gotten a lot better, huh?
It's great.
We're-
Yeah,
We're getting like
I'm-
mahi tacos.
I'm a Cobb salad person, so I'm good. So if anybody's like me and wants a Cobb salad, come to Rotary. Yeah.
But we're doing really good too in Rotary. With the membership committee is doing really well. They've gotten a couple of the commissioners in Coral Gables
that
to
is
join.
exciting.
And actually
we have
our
the
mayor
Mayor's
Vince Lago, he's actually he said he wants to join and he will join. So it's just a matter of
time commitment. He's doing a lot of stuff.
No, but I think he's gonna join. Yeah.
Oh, that's good. Yeah. So anyway, I wanted to ask you something about Alzheimer's. I know that Edward Jones, by the way, he works for Edward Jones. Yeah, he downplays it. He's more of a, but they're a big national sponsor, which is
Right. Yeah.
And you're kind of the point person for or you have a big
I'm actually
team.
on the Alzheimer's Association board for the Southeast.
Oh wow!
And I'm also for Edward Jones for a region here in South Florida. I'm kind of like the person that helps to promote and manage.
Pretty impressive, Nico.
Yeah, and Edward Jones has been amazing. I mean, they already committed another 20 million and everything for another 5 years. Yeah,
wow.
And they had already done it previously, and they recommitted again. So.
And they're making a lot of advances. Do you have any updates on that?
Yeah, I know.
I didn't tell him I was going to ask him that, by the way.
No, but I know, and it's a good question. There was a drug recently launched. It's kind of pricey, so there's a little bit, with that. But apparently, it helps to either slow the progression of the disease and not when you have the disease in advanced stages, kind of like in early stages.
Right.
So there is some hope there, and there's other drugs that are being and that are coming to the market and everything. So there's definitely a lot more. There's also researchers that have found more about certain links or genetic, like there's like that one gene that's
and can they alter the gene?
I don't know. I mean, they're I don't know.
to identify the genes and alter
I'm not
them?
a doctor, but I know that there's been a lot of advances. I
Yeah.
mean, we're definitely getting the word out.
Yeah.
So
Well, that's
there's like 600 walks around the U.S.
oh, I yeah. And tell me, the Alzheimer's Association, obviously they're into research, but they also provide a lot of information.
Yeah, yeah. No,
So what
that's a
are
good.
kind of the other programs that they do?
No, that's a great question. There is a 24-hour hotline,
Mhm.
and it's very discreet, very private. But you can call, and if you have a loved one that's
Slipping?
going through it,
Yeah.
they're always there to answer questions and help guide you. And it's absolutely free, which
Those
the
hotlines are
majority of the
expensive.
dollars
Yeah.
fundraised are for those programs, and
Yeah.
some of that is also going to research.
And are they involved in training caregivers? Or is that part of it? I mean, like professional caregivers.
I'm not
just
sure.
wondering.
I'm not
Yeah.
sure.
I just know that when you go online, they have they have information
I don't know if they're
how
actually training them, but I mean, they are
they're
providing
providing the
so much
information on where they
information.
need
Yeah,
to go to
yeah,
get qualified. Yeah.
yeah, and
Yeah.
they are kind of walking people through it. Hey, these are different resources or things you could think about. Or
Yeah. Well, I know that like
a lot of people don't know about that hotline, which is great.
yeah, that is a great. We should probably put there. Is
Yeah.
there?
I'll
Well,
try to
actually, you
get-
can go
yeah.
to what's the you can go to Alzheimer's Association.org
or yeah,
and then probably find whatever you need. Yeah.
yeah. There's like an 800 number or something there. That
Yeah. So, so tell me, what else? What have you found most rewarding about being president and most challenging?
I think most rewarding, or maybe the easier part of it is
Yeah.
that you get to delegate a lot of stuff. You have like
Oh, he's good at delegating.
you have an amazing team that helps you with so many things. So I mean, you're really, I mean, like I was saying, we're the membership team led by Felix. Minerva's doing a great job. I mean,
Yeah.
also that you help us keep in the spotlight with everything that's social media. So I think from that aspect, maybe the challenging part is obviously I'm getting emails and requests from places that that didn't come with a job description, right? But it's
From district?
no,
Yeah,
even
but-
from the club, but it's good. I mean, I'm not complaining. I mean, it's and it's crazy lately because I mean, I wasn't trying, I wasn't looking for this, but I always also was named the president of our BNI chapter.
Oh, geez.
and Mayor Lago now appointed me to the Coral Gables Sustainability Board, and so
Oh,
I mean, I was already involved with them, but I wasn't part of the board. So now
well,
I am.
as long as you're involved, you might as well be on the board.
Exactly.
You might as well be able to vote.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So, yeah, I get on a lot of boards that way.
So I thought I was gonna, because I was president of the Rotary, that I was gonna reel, back things that I was working.
So you'd
on.
have less
No,
things so you could concentrate on Rotary.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the fact that we're doing Zoom twice a month does help because at least you can do that from your office.
Yeah,
you know?
that's true. That's true.
But yeah, it certainly helped me, especially this year. Jeez.
Yeah, and we're doing,
Yeah.
and the Zooms we're making it funner too, because we're doing a little trivia too, and Yoli helps
Yeah.
me put that together and everything. So
Yeah. That's good.
again, we got a lot of good people doing a lot in the club, right?
Absolutely. Yeah.
And we've gotten some really good new members, that have stayed, because a lot of the stuff, you can always get new members, but it's also a retention, right? Are they going to stay after a year or two?
Well, we have a
Because
four-way.
people are busy, and so
Yeah.
it's
Not
hard.
only that, you need people that are committed to the four-way test,
Mhm.
and so it's not just anybody that you want to
Yeah, exactly.
be involved.
Is it the truth?
Yeah. Is it the truth?
The
Is
main.
it fair to all concerned? Will it build goodwill and better friendship? Is it fun?
Bene-
No. Is it beneficial to all concerned? And
Yeah.
is it fun for all concerned?
Yeah.
That's the one we added. 'Cause we like to have fun. So, in the your term is over in July,
June, end of June.
June,
Yeah.
and then
And then Rutherford Hammond.
Hammond, who's our well, he was our secretary.
Yeah.
So that, you know, for a man who's been in our club for a short period of time, he's learned a lot because when you're secretary, he
Yeah.
ended up doing, uh, updating our handbook that Kelly, our previous president, put together. That's amazing.
No.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's true.
that was a work of love. Um, but yes, but Rutherford is the one that's in charge of the chili cook-off.
Yeah.
So, and we need to get on Rutherford and see what we're going to do about.
Yeah, and he was on I think I
He's
think we
great.
could agree that he was doing a good job. Remember, I think
Yeah.
we had some meetings there.
Yeah,
at
we
Duffy's
already
and
have a lot of stuff. We already have a lot of sponsors lined up for the
yeah.
chili cook-off, and Stephen.
I mean, the nice thing is that people want to get out, right? I mean, it's
Yeah, that's what I figured.
you know,
that
we kind of
whenever-
you know we called it because there's a lot of planning that goes into it, so we decided not to do it in Halloween, but
well,
retrospect,
problem-
maybe we
We
could have,
could've.
but
but I think it was just that everybody's serving food. I think that was the
Yeah.
thing. It was just like
yeah,
everybody.
the whole deal that
They're
did
not
help.
covered. It's like, yeah, it was no. So I think waiting till February is probably a good move. But
Probably, you could probably eat chili in October too, but in February probably would even
I think
taste better.
I think moving it. I think maybe Chef Chris Valdez will be available to be a judge again, which he wasn't going to be on Halloween, and we've got Stephen Bradley that's going to be our MC
Nice.
with you, obviously, and who, and then I think all of our judges are coming back. The lady who founded Sergio's and Fernando from season 52, that kind of
Oh
stuff.
yeah,
So if anybody
and
is
our band is coming back too, right?
oh, the bands are coming back. Yeah, it's a fun day.
Yeah, it's a fun event.
And I encourage all the nonprofits out there, and you
We
know who
usually
you are.
run out of beer.
You know,
That's
all
a
my
good event it
nonprofit
is,
friends out there, you need to have a booth. The Coral Gables Women's Club has had a booth every single year, and we've won. We didn't win the decorating. We do a good job decorating, don't we?
Yeah. Yeah.
So you can decorate your booth and win a prize that way, but you can be the People's Choice Award, and there's cash prizes. So nonprofits, think about it. It's a great way to recruit
Yeah.
new members.
Yeah, I want,
And-
and we usually do a silent auction, right? That benefits
Right.
education, part of our education
We give
goals.
away a lot of money.
Yeah.
How much money? Do you remember how much we gave away last year?
Like 20,000
Yeah.
in scholarships.
Terry Logan is
mostly
in charge of scholarships.
Coral Gables High School kids,
Yeah.
mostly, right?
And we do that. We work with the Coral Gables Community Foundation.
Yeah.
To
And
hold those funds.
We shouldn't
and do
forget
that
about
for us.
the caroling competitions coming up now in December.
Oh,
Yeah.
And we volunteer for that.
I don't know. Is it the
that's
40th
Sally.
year? Or?
I don't know. It's yeah, but it's going to be in person this year, so it'll be really nice to have it back.
Yeah.
They actually did it. I don't know how they managed to do it, but they did it online last year, and it was really good. But for the schools that did it, it was a lot of work. So they ended up dividing the money equally. So it didn't matter if you won or not. If you participated, everybody got a cash prize. So that was kind of nice for the schools because there was little they could do to raise money during COVID. So I'm not clear on how they're doing this year, but hopefully, and that's our past president, Sally Baumgartner, is also the executive director of the Merrick Festival.
Your viewers know about the banana bread you cook every time for each show.
Oh yeah, they do. They do. Yeah.
And we're like eyeing it over there.
Yeah, right. Everybody's looking at the banana bread. When is this show going to end? We need some banana nut bread. Yeah, poor Claudia. She didn't get any last week. I forgot. So, yeah. But I'm so happy I was able to come. As you know, my for the viewers out there that don't know, my husband is ill and he's, we moved him home, and he's with hospice care. So, we just do it one day at a time. But I was glad I was able to get away this morning and do this interview with you. And
you're amazing, Gloria. I mean, it's
thanks.
really nice to be here.
But I'm just surrounded by a ton of great people. In fact, Ruthie came up tomorrow night. is Gringo Bingo, and the money is going to the Coral Gables Women's Club for their projects. One of which is their free dental clinic, and DJ Germain is going to be on hand to play music for us, and it's quite a party. We have I haven't even tried to I don't even try to promote it because it gets people. We have max crowds most all time, but I think we're going to be able to do it. We're going to do it inside this time if it's not too big a crowd.
Oh,
So for
but
all
it
of
might
you,
be nice weather to do it outside.
do you
or
know
no?
what? I know it might be. I
beautiful,
just
yeah.
saw it was 73 degrees this morning,
Yeah.
and I thought, oh my gosh,
No, and
know,
it's
we
really
could.
nice at night. I mean,
Yeah.
you're getting some breeze, and
I know.
you
Well, the
know,
one we do for Alzheimer's, we want a huge crowd for that one, so we're going to do it. And we're really lucky that Threefold Cafe
yeah.
and Miss Saigon are closed on Tuesdays, Tuesday nights, and they let us use their space so we can accommodate.
I know
45,
the
50
weather's getting
people.
better because I'm always on the golf course, especially with Junior
Oh,
now, and he's
oh,
playing
that's right.
tournaments, and
Oh,
it's
that's right. You told me your son went. You took him to Orlando or something.
Orlando and Stream Song. Last weekend he shot 35. You know, he's 10 years old, and
That's impressive. On
Yeah.
that 9 hole,
yeah, 9 hole, yeah,
35 on a 9 hole.
isn't that crazy?
What?
I know. And the
That's
worst,
nuts.
the worst part is that the kid that was playing with him got a 34.
No. Oh my gosh. Oh,
Yeah.
so he's definitely going to be.
Yeah, and he played another tournament yesterday, and he got a 38, so he got like fourth place, and it was it's cool.
It's great, yeah.
he's doing
Oh
amazing.
my
yeah.
gosh. So he's going to. We're going to have to get him in the. I'm sure he'll be eligible for the Junior Orange Bowl.
I hope so. Yeah,
That's
apparently
that's
I
a
think
true
they,
invitational.
Yeah, it's invitational.
Yeah. When
He's
I
gonna
was.
play that Publix tournament in
Oh.
December, and I think
Did they give you spaces for?
I think if you do well there, what I've heard is that they invite you to the Orange
Exactly.
Bowl. But yeah, hopefully they invite him. You know?
Yeah. Well, you can only play on that tournament, and I think until you have to be 18 before it starts. So I remember Tiger Woods' birthday was on the 30th
I think he
of
played it.
December.
Yeah.
Well,
Right.
the 30th of December. So he was able to play 2 years. And yeah, but the tournament started before his birthday,
Oh,
so he was able to do it. So yeah. And then coming up, they have, so you don't, but the golf is always just such an amazing tournament. We have to have our golf people on to talk about some of the amazing people they've had through there. But I'm so happy your son's doing so well. But it must be fun for you.
Oh, it's a blast. Yeah. I'm the caddy. And sometimes like he likes to call me, I'm the silent caddy.
The silent, you're not helping him at all.
Don't say anything, Dad. I got it.
Yeah. You don't want to play any mind tricks on him, right? Oh my gosh. Yeah.
I know what I'm doing, Dad.
Yeah. Oh gosh. So no, but you've got more than one.
Yeah.
Yeah. So your other child?
Isabella, yeah, she's 8, and she's playing tennis and golf,
Oh.
So yeah, she wants to play some tennis tournaments now, but
Good
we'll
for
see.
her.
I
Yeah.
have
Then
to
you're
see
gonna
how I
have to
juggle
split
my
your-
time.
Yeah. Then your wife's going to have to be one
Yeah,
place
yeah.
and you're in another. Yeah.
Or she'll have to be the coach there.
That's not bad. And
Yeah.
the Junior Orange Bowl has an amazing tennis tournament, and they have 800 people, I think, just in the qualifier.
Oh yeah.
It's nuts.
Yeah, that's amazing.
But
tournament, yeah.
but the nice thing about
I
that
actually
one
played
is,
it. Yeah.
did you really?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
That was pretty decent.
Oh, maybe you should get on that committee. They need to, when you're not president. Of the Rotary Club.
Oh yeah, let's just add one more thing.
Yeah, right. No, I don't think you're going to do that. But they
Don't
need
tell my
they need
wife.
people.
I'm
Yeah,
on,
right.
I'm on another committee.
Okay, we'll give you a couple of years, and
Yeah.
then you can, I'll tell Barbara Waters.
No, we need to start making the introductions now, right?
Yeah. Well, you could actually take your daughter to the tournaments.
Right.
They're all over. They're for 10 days. That's the toughest committee to be on because they're so long.
Yeah.
That and basketball, which is like year round, because he just keeps doing some every couple of weeks. But that's supported by the Kiwanis Club.
Oh wow.
Yeah, you might want to think about doing something.
Yeah.
Maybe we should support the golf tournament since you have a vested interest in it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But so what else can we talk about? We have a million things that are going on in this world.
I know.
And you can't talk about your business.
Not too much. I mean, I
Not
can
too
always say
much.
what I do, but I can't really say
Yeah,
too
I
much
know,
more.
I know. Yeah. Actually, he does do a yeah. So,
It's
we're
funny. I'll
actually
tell you one last thing. I
okay.
invited a friend, actually my cousin's husband, to a golf outing, and everyone around the table. It seemed like everyone was a financial advisor, and he kind of felt like he that's not what he works in, and he was like, "Well, I'm a karma advisor,
I'm a car advisor. That's great.
karma advisor,"
A karma advisor. That's a good one.
and someone's like, "What exactly is a karma advisor?" But it
Okay.
was
Well,
funny.
on that note, we only have a minute to go or less. So I want to thank you again for coming, Nico.
Thank you so much, Gloria.
Always fun. And thank you so much for your service to our community. And I want to thank our sponsors, South Florida PBS, awesome people. And I look forward to seeing everybody next week. Have a good week and be kind and be safe.